Hello students, welcome to 10th Maths online classes. In today's video, we are going to learn about some special cases on which the questions of probability can be asked. So let's start. Now in probability, the questions are based on many things and the first one is coin. Now there can be the questions of tossing a coin. Okay. Now the questions can be of tossing a single coin, tossing two coins and tossing three coins also. Now I know on a coin there are two faces, head and tail. Okay. So for one coin, or you can say a single coin, the sample space will be simple as head and tail. Okay. Now coming to the two coins. How will I find the sample space of two coins? Now first of all we need to remember that how many outcomes will the sample space contain, and there is a formula for that. The formula is 2 raised to the power number of coins. Okay. Here I have 2 because there are only 2 possible outcomes. Okay. 2 because I have 2 faces of the coin. Head and tail, that's why I have 2, and the power is number of coins. So if I take one coin, I will have 2 raised to the power 1, that is 2 outcomes. So I have written the 2 outcomes, head and tail. Now for 2 coins, how many outcomes will I have? I will have 2 raised to the power 2, that is 4 outcomes. And similarly for 3 coins, I will have 2 raised to the power 3, that is 8 outcomes. Okay. Now for 2 coins, we can easily make the outcomes. How? Think about it very clear. Okay. Suppose on the first coin, I have head. Then on the second coin, I also have head. So I can write it as head, head. Okay. Now suppose I have head on the first coin and now I have tail on second coin. I cannot take head again because I have already taken it. Now suppose I have tail on the first coin and head on the second coin. And I can similarly have tail on both the coins. So these will be my 4 outcomes for 2 coins. Now in the question of probability, whenever the question is of coin, dice, or you can say deck of cards, it's very important if you make the sample space first. Okay. Now coming to the 3 coins. There are 8 outcomes, and since the outcomes are large in numbers, there is a possibility of making mistakes while making the sample space. So there is a small trick to remember how to find the outcomes of 3 coins. Okay. That trick can be applied for 2 coins also, but for 2 coins the sample space is quite easy to make. So I didn't use that trick, but for 3 coins I will use that trick. So let's see what's the trick. Now with this trick, there is a chance of no mistakes. There will be no mistakes if you follow this trick. And how will I make it? Now I have 8 outcomes. So I will divide 8 by 2. That is, I will take 8 and divide it into 2 equal parts. So I will have 4 and 4. So I will write head 4 times. And then I will write tail 4 times, but not in this separately. I will write tail 4 times. Then out of these 4, I will again take the half of it. So the half of 4 is 2. So I will write head 2 times and then tail 2 times. Then again head 2 times and then tail 2 times. Okay. Now what is the half of 2? That is 1. So I will write head and then tail, head and tail, head, tail, head, tail. And this is how I formed my 8 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are my 8 outcomes, and with this trick there is no scope of mistakes. Now let's use this trick once again to find the sample space of 4 coins. Now you can see that for 4 coins I will have how many outcomes? I will have 2 raised to the power 4, that is 16 outcomes. And making 16 outcomes without the trick is a very tedious task. So I will apply my trick. Now what was my trick? Taking the half of total number of outcomes. I have 16 outcomes, so I will take half of it, that is 8. So I will write head 8 times. Then I will write tail 8 times. Okay. Now taking the half of it, that is 4. So I will write head 4 times. And then tail 4 times. Then head 4 times. Then tail. Okay. Then taking the half of 4, that is 2. So 2 times head and then tail. 2 times head, 2 times tail. Okay, continuing like this, I will get it. Then half of 2 also. I will continue this process until I get 1 head, 1 tail, 1 head, 1 tail. So half of 2 is 1. So head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, tail. So you can see that I have made my sample space of 16 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have made this sample space very easily using my trick. Now let's take an example of the question which is based on the coins. Okay, the question is a coin is tossed 3 times. Find the following probabilities. The getting 2 heads, getting at least 2 heads, and getting at most 2 heads. Now first of all it says a coin is tossed 3 times. So first thing is we will make the sample space. Now I can make the sample space with the help of my trick. That is 3 coins are tossed, that is outcomes are 8. Okay, total outcomes are 8. They will be, I will write head 4 times and then tail. One time head, 1 time tail. And you can see that I have made my sample space. Now coming to the first question, that is getting 2 heads. We know that the formula is number of favorable outcome upon total outcome. So the first part, my probability of E is favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. And I know that my total is 8 for this question. I have written it here, and with the help of this I have created my sample space. Now I know total is 8, but what is my favorable outcomes? So I will see this sample space and try to find where my number of head is 2. I can see that there the heads are 3, so I cannot take this one. Now I have 2 heads in this, so I will take it. There are 2 heads, I will take it, but there is only 1 head, so I will not take this one. Now here I have 2 heads, I can take this. Here I have only 1, I will not take it. Also 1, not take it, and there are no heads. There are all 3 tails, so I will not take this also. So you can see how many outcomes are having 2 heads. There are 1, 2 and 3 outcomes. So my favorable will be 3. So my answer will be 3 upon 8. Now coming to the second part, it says at least two heads. Okay, this is my E1, this is E2, and this is E3. Now I'm finding the probability of E2. Okay, at least two heads. Now what is the meaning of at least two heads? At least two heads means, कम से कम दो. ओके, एटलीस्ट का मतलब होता है कम से कम दो, यानी दो से ज्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, एटलीस्ट मीन्स कम से कम. तो वो कह रहा है कि कम से कम दो हेड होने चाहिए, दो से ज्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. तो मैं वो वाले सारे आउटकम्स काउंट करूंगी जहां पर हेड होंगे या तो दो बार या फिर दो से ज्यादा बार, यानी 3 बार भी चल जाएगा. 3 से ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकते क्योंकि कॉइन ही हमने 3 टॉस किए. ठीक है, तो लेट्स सी कहाँ कहाँ पर हेड्स या तो 3 है या फिर 2 है. एट हियर H, I have 3 heads. Okay, 2 heads, then 2 heads. There is only 1 head, so cancel it. I will take this one, cancel it, and cancel it. So how many times I have at least 2 heads? That is either 2 or more than 2. That is 3. So I will have 4 times that. So my probability is 4 upon 8. Okay. Now coming to the third part. Third part says at most 2 heads. Now what is at most? Okay, at most ज्यादा से ज्यादा. Okay, it says that कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा मेरे पास 2 ही हेड होने चाहिए. मतलब या तो हेड ना हो, या एक बार हेड हो, या फिर 2 बार हेड हो. 2 से ज्यादा नहीं हो सकते मेरे पास. तो अब मैं कौन से आउटकम काउंट करूंगी कि जहां पे या तो हेड है ही नहीं, या फिर एक ही हेड है या 2 हेड है. तो एट मोस्ट सेज कि आई विल टेक द नंबर लेस देन और इक्वल टू 2 फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. इट सेज एट मोस्ट 2, so that means a number less than or equal to 2. The number here should be either less than 2 or equal to 2. So the numbers are 0, 1 and 2 only. So I will take 0 heads, that means no head, only 1 head or 2 head. Similarly for at least I say greater than or equal to 2. Okay, a number should be either equal to 2 or it should be more than 2. So how many numbers are equal to 2 or more than 2? For this question I will have 2 and 3. So I counted here 2 and 3, and here I will count 0, 1 and 2. Now here I have 3 heads, I cannot take it. 2 heads, 2 heads, 1 head, 2 heads, 1 head, 1 head, 0 head. 0 head means all are tails. So I will take this one also. So I will have 7 outcomes. So my probability will be 7 upon 8. Okay, these type of questions are very frequently asked. At least and at most concept should be clear to you. Now at least means kam se kam, that is equal to the number or greater than that. At most means zyada se zyada, that is less than the number or equal to that number. Now coming to the second type of question, that is throwing of dice. Okay, now first of all, one thing is finding the total number of outcomes. Suppose I have thrown just 1 dice. How many outcomes will be there? There will be 6 outcomes. That is we know already because we have done many questions like this in our previous classes also. So there are 6 outcomes. And the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is my sample space for this. Right? Now for 2 dice, how many outcomes are there? Okay, there is again a formula as we had in the case of coin. In the case of coin, I had 2 raised to the power number of terms. It had 2 in it because there were 2 faces of a coin. Similarly here I will have the formula 6 raised to the power n. I have 6 here because there are 6 faces of a die. Okay, on a dice there are 6 faces, so I have 6 and n is the number of outcomes. So for first case I will have 6 raised to the power 1. Right? That's why I got it as 6 outcomes. Similarly for 2 dice I will have 6 raised to the power 2. That is 36 outcomes. Okay? And now we will make the sample space for this. Now this sample space is the most important topic of this chapter because many questions are asked on this only. So you should know how to make this sample space and read the sample space clearly. Now first of all I will make the sample space. There are 36 outcomes and we will make them, and we should be very careful while making them. Now first of all I know if I throw a dice I can have 6 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, I have written all these numbers with some spaces between them because I am going to write other numbers also. Now take 1. I have thrown 1 dice, I get 1. Suppose that I got 1. Now again I am throwing the second dice. Now what can I get? I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I will write these numbers like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I get 1 on the first dice and 1 on the second dice, I will get my first outcome as 1, 1. Now, if I fix 1 on the first dice, I can get 2 on the second dice also. So, my second outcome will be this. Similarly, fixing 1 at the first dice and changing the numbers on the second dice, I will get my first 6 outcomes. Now, similarly, for 2, fix 2 on the first dice. Suppose I have 2 on the first dice and the second dice will have all the other 6 numbers. I can have these possibilities also. Right? I am fixing 2 on the first dice. Suppose I throw a dice, I got 2 at first dice. Now I throw second dice. What can I get? I can get any number from 1 to 6. So I have made the pairs. With 2 I can get 1, with 2 I can get 2, and similarly I made all of them. Now with this pattern I will make all the 36 outcomes. How? Fix 3 at the first place, then 4 at the first place, 5 and 6. Okay? Then what I am going to do? I am going to write these numbers vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, okay, and this is my sample space. This is my complete sample space. What I need to make? I will make them in the form of this ordered pair. So you can see that making this sample space was not difficult, but you need to remember the pattern of these things. Okay, because while doing the question you will have to make this sample space. It's good for you if you make this sample space while doing any question related to 2 coins, because the question will become easier for you. Okay, now I have completed my sample space. This is my sample space with 36. outcomes. Let's take an example related to the two dices. Now this is the sample space I have made and the question is find the probability of getting sum of 7. Sum of 7 means that if I throw two dices and on the top faces I get two numbers such that their sum will be equals to 7. So in this question you should always remember that total is always 36 and I will see how many outcomes will have sum 7. Now where the sum will be 7, I can see 6, 1. This is my 7. Right? Similarly, in this line I will have 5, 2. In the third line I will have 4, 3. Then 3, 4. Then 2, 5. And then 1, 6. So how many outcomes will I have? With the sum 7, that is 6. So my answer will be 6 upon 36, 1 upon 6. Okay. Now suppose my second question is sum greater than 8. Okay. Suppose the question is I have a sum greater than 8. So I will count all the outcomes which have sum greater than 8. Sum can be 9, 10, 11 and 12. Because after 12 there will be no sum. The highest sum is 6, 6, 12. Okay. So I will have 9, 10, 11 and 12. So where will I get 9? So you can see that this is the line of 7. Right. So obviously below it will have 8 and then it will have 9. Okay. I will have 9 here. Then 4, 5, 5, 4, 6, 3, 9 is complete. Then I will want 10 also. 4, 6, 5, 5, 6, 4. Then I need 11 also. 5, 6, 6, 5 and then 12 also. 6, 6. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probability is 10 upon 36. You can simplify it 5 upon 18. Okay. Now suppose the question is getting a doublet. Now there is one more term in this question, that is doublet. Doublet means that both the coins have same face on it. Okay. Where do I have the same faces? You can see this is my 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 and 6, 6. I have 6 outcomes and upon 36. Again 1 upon 6. So there are many type of questions which can be asked according to this table. If you make this table properly, you can easily do this question. Now let's take a little more complicated question. Now it says, fourth part says, getting 5 on at least one dice. Okay. Now read the question carefully. Getting 5 on at least one dice. Now the concept of at least I have told you in the case of coin. At least means come, say, come. So it says that I will have 5 but at least on one dice. That is कम से कम एक डाइस के ऊपर तो 5 होना ही चाहिए, 2 पे भी हो सकता है. तो मैं क्या काउंट करूंगी? That it have 5 on one face or it have 5 on both the faces also. I want 1 and 2 both. So I will search for my 5s. Where are my 5s? I have 5 here. This complete line is of 5. Also I have 5 line here also. Right? I have 2 lines. One horizontally I have 5 in this line and one vertically I have 5 in this line. It says at least one die, that is it can be on one die or it can be on both the dices also. So how many outcomes will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I count it correctly? No, I didn't. Because while counting, I took this 5, 5 twice. Right? In this line, I counted this 5, 5. And in this line also, I counted this 5, 5. But I cannot count a number twice. Okay, I will take one outcome one time only. So instead of 12, I will have only 11 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I cannot count a number twice. It will be a problem of double counting there. So there should be no doubling of counting. So I will have 11 upon 36. Okay. Now suppose in the same question, it have asked for getting 5 on at most one dice. Okay. Suppose it says at most one dice. At most means ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक डाइस पे होना चाहिए. मतलब एक से कम में भी होगा तो भी चल जाएगा. It says that it should be either on one dice or it should be on no dice. Okay, so I will take all the outcomes which will have 5 on one dice or no dice. Okay, so I will take this 5 line and all the other outcomes will be counted because there is no 5 on these dices also. But I cannot count this 5, 5 because here I have 5 on 2 dices. I cannot take 2 dices. I can either take 1 dice or I can take 0 dice. Okay. So I will take all the outcomes except this one. So my answer will be 35 upon 36. So you should always remember the concept of at least and at most, and at the same time you should know how to form the sample space for 2 dices. Third type of questions are based on deck of cards, or in some questions they can say pack of cards also. Now in a deck of cards I have 52 cards. Okay, this is, you need to remember that there are 52 cards, and how the cards are divided, I will make a flow chart for it which you need to remember to do the questions. Okay, there are 52 cards in a deck of cards. The 52 cards are divided into 2 colors, that is black and red. Okay, there are 26 black cards and 26 red cards. That is half of 52, 26 black and 26 red. Now in black cards there are 2 suits. That is, first one is club and second one is spade. Okay, club is the symbol, this one. The symbol written like this is my club. Spade is the symbol written like this. Okay, these are black in color. Now similarly red are also divided into 2 suits, that is red, that is heart and diamond. Okay, now the heart shape will be exactly like we make it, that is this one. This is heart and diamond is this one. Now 26 is divided into 2 suits, that is 13 and 13. So there are 13 club cards, 13 spade cards, 13 heart cards and 13 diamond cards. Okay. Now in this 13, what comes in this 13? These 13 cards are like this. 2, 3, 4 up to number 10. I have 9 cards like this, which have number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now other 4 cards are Jack, Queen, King and Ace. Okay, J is my Jack, Q is Queen, K is King and A is Ace. Okay. Okay, I have these 13 cards. 2 to 10, I have 9 cards. This is 10, 11, 12, and 13. And now these 13 cards are similar in all the suits. That is, each card repeats 4 times. If I take 2, I will have 2 of club. I will have 2 of spade. I will have 2 of hearts. And I will have 2 of diamond. Okay. Similarly, each card is repeated 4 times. If I talk about queen, I will have queen of club, queen of spade, queen of hearts, and queen of diamond. So each card is repeated 4 times. Now in these cards, there are some special categories. Okay. That category is face card. Okay. First is face card. Face card means the card which has faces made on it. If you have ever seen a deck of cards, you will see that there are some cards on which there are faces made on it. For one on the upper side, one on the lower side. Those cards are called face card. And which cards are they? They are Jack, Queen, and King. Only these 3 cards are face cards, but each card is repeated 4 times. So I will have 4 jacks, 4 queens, and 4 kings. So in total I will have 12 cards. Okay, so I will have 12 face cards. Now after that there is one more category, that is honor card. Okay, honor cards means the cards which are special. Okay, and the special cards are nothing but Jack, Queen, King, and one more thing, that is my ace. Okay, these are my other special cards. They are honorary cards. That's why the name is honor cards. And how many are they? They are 16 in numbers, because 4 jacks, 4 queens, 4 kings, and 4 aces. That's why I will have 16 cards. So this is the pattern, or you can say the flow chart you need to remember to do the questions related to card. If they talk about face card, you will automatically take 12 cards. But if they apply certain condition to it, like I need a red face card. Okay, so these 12 are also divided into 2 parts. That is, half are black, half are red. So there will be 6 red face cards. But there are total 12 face cards. 6 are red, 6 are black. Similarly, total 16 honor cards, but 8 are red and 8 are black. Each card is like this. If I have every card 4 times, 2 times it's black and 2 times it's red. Now let's take an example based on the deck of cards. Now this is the flowchart I made for the deck of cards, and these are the 4 questions I need to do. That is, what is the probability of getting a black jack? Okay. Now first of all, see what it's asking about. It's asking about a jack. Okay. So in your mind think, how many jacks are there? Every card is repeated 4 times. So there are 4 jacks. Okay. But with jack, it has applied one more condition. That is, it should be black. Okay. Jack, there are 4, but I need black jack, so it will be 2 black jacks, because it will be 2 times black and 2 times red. So probability will be 2 upon 52, because total will always be 52. Now coming to the second question, that is queen of club. Okay, it says about queen. How many queens? 4 queens. Okay, but now the second condition is not on the color. The condition is on the suits. That is this club. How many suits are there? 4. Club, spade, heart, and diamond. It asks about club. How many queens of club will I have? I will have only 1 queen of club now. So it will be only 1 queen. So this will be 1 upon 52. Okay, I will have only 1 queen of club, 1 queen of spade, 1 for hearts, and 1 for diamond. Now coming to the third question, it asks about the red card. Now there is no condition on the card that it's a 2, 3, 4, 5, jack, queen, king, ace. It's not talking about that. It's saying it should be a red card. How many red cards are there? You can simply see that there are 26 red cards. So it will be 26 upon 52. You can simplify all the questions. Okay, this is 1 upon 2. This is 1 upon 26. Okay. Now last part is lack face card. Okay. Now what are the face cards which have faces on it? How many face cards are there? There are 12 face cards. There are 12 face cards, and out of which it asks for black face card. There are 6 black and 6 red. So it will be 6 upon 52. Okay. So it will be my 3 upon 26. So many questions like this can be asked from this topic, and you need to remember this flow chart clearly. Let's come to the fourth type of special questions. They are based on numbers. Okay. Till now we were talking about coins, dices, pack of cards. Now we are talking about the numbers. There are certain sets of numbers in our mathematics. You have all learned about them, like even number, odd number, prime numbers, natural numbers. These are all these sets of numbers. The questions can be asked on that also. Like first, it can be on even sets, even numbers. It can be odd numbers. It can be prime numbers. Okay. Suppose I have a question that I have numbers from 1 to 20. Okay. This is my sample space that I have numbers from 1 to 20, and my event E is getting prime number. Okay. It asks for prime numbers. Now first of all, I will see which are my prime numbers in this set, that is from 1 to 20. It will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 30, 17 and 30. These are my prime numbers. So my probability will be 8 upon 20, because total were 20 and prime numbers are my 8. So these were the simple questions which can be asked, like they can ask for even number, they can ask for odd number and prime number. But in these type of questions, the sample space will be given to you. Okay, the sample space is already given that the number should be from 1 to 20. They can ask like this also, that I have some chits, there are numbers written on it from 1 to 100, and they ask for the perfect squares also. They can ask for perfect squares also. Okay, now what are perfect squares? The numbers which are squares of some numbers. That is like 4, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. These all are the perfect square. This is a square of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are very general questions which can be asked. But there are two more types of questions that are based on the multiples, or you can say factors. So let's see what are these examples. Now the questions can be asked on the multiples and factors only. So first of all, what are multiples? Multiples of a number. Okay. Suppose the number I am taking is 10. Okay. Multiples means the numbers which are perfectly divided by 10. That is all the numbers which come in the table of 10. The number which 10 can divide perfectly. All these are the definition of multiple of 10. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. These are the multiples of 10. Now suppose I am talking about the factors of a number. Let's take the number to be 30. Okay. Now factors of 30 means all the numbers which can divide 30. Okay. Multiples are the numbers which 10 will divide. Factors of 30 means the numbers which will divide 30. All the numbers, what are the numbers? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15 and then 30. these are all the numbers which can divide 30 perfectly. So these are the concepts of multiples and factors. And now the questions can be asked on this concept also. Like suppose I have a question that I have 1 to 50 numbers and I have to take the numbers which are multiple of 3 and 5. Okay, I have numbers from 1 to 50 and I need to take the multiples of 3 and 5. So basically in this question total is always 50 because there are 50 numbers from 1 to 50, but they are talking about multiple of 3 and 5, and it's very important to understand what they are saying. They are saying multiples of 3 and 5. 3 and 5 means 3 and 5, that is the numbers which are divided by 3 and 5 both. All the numbers which are perfectly divided by 3 and 5 both collectively. Like if I take the multiples of 3 from 1 to 50, they will be 3, 6, 9 and they will be up to 48, right? The last number will be 48. Now similarly if I take multiple of 5, they will be 5, 10, 15 and it will be up to 50. I have written the table of 3 and 5, right? Multiples means the table. That is the multiples of 3 and multiples of 5. And 3 and 5 means I need to take all those numbers which are divided by both the tables. Okay, so I will take the numbers which are divided by both. Which numbers are they? They will be 15 and 30 and 45. These three numbers are the numbers which come in the table of 3 and they also come in the table of 5. That means 3 and 5. So I will take how many numbers? 1, 2, 3. So my probability will be 3 upon 50. But how did I find that it will be 15, 30 and 45? If I do it manually, it will take a lot of time. But I did it in front of you in like seconds, right? I did it very easily. How did I do it? There is a trick to do it. Now what's the trick? The multiples of 3 and 5 will be nothing but the LCM of 3 and 5. Okay? Now I have two numbers 3 and 5. What will be the LCM of 3 and 5? That is 15. Right? The LCM of 3 and 5 are 15. So I just write the table of 15. So I got the answer very easy. And I have to take only up to 45 because the numbers were only up to 50. The next number will be 60 and it is greater than 50. That's why I have taken these three numbers. So what do I need to find? I need to find the LCM of 3 and 5 and I have to write the multiples of that number. Okay, but that is in the case of 3 and 5. Okay, for 3 and 5 I need their LCM. Okay, now suppose in the same question they were talking about 3 or 5. Okay. Now again multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9 up to 48. Multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15 up to 50. Okay. Now they are talking about 3 or 5. 3 or 5 means that the multiples of 3 or you can take multiples of 5. That means I will take all the multiples of 3 and all the multiples of 5. Till in that question we were doing just the taking the multiples of the number which come in the table of both 3 and 5. That is the number divisible by both 3 and 5. That is their LCM. Okay. Now in this they are saying either 3 or 5. That is या तो वो 3 की टेबल में आ जाए या फिर वो 5 की टेबल में आ जाए. तो ऐसे वो नंबर्स होगा ये. ठीक है. तो कितने नंबर हुए? If I take about this, how many numbers are there? There is a way of finding it. Divide 48 by 3. It will be my 16. So there are 16 multiples of 3. Okay. Now divide 50 by 5. It will be 10. So I will have 10 multiples of 5. Okay. But can you see that there are some numbers which are counted twice? There are some numbers which are taken twice. There is a problem of double counting in these questions. Which numbers are counted twice? You can see that there will be 15, 30 and 45. These three numbers were the numbers which come in both the tables. So that means they are counted twice. So I need to subtract these numbers. That is, I need to subtract these numbers. I will add these two numbers and subtract this. And what is this? This is the LCM of 3 and 5. Right? The LCM was 15 now. So it was the table of LCM. So for the case of multiple of A or B, I am taking 3 or 5. The question will have A or B, like A or B can be anything. Okay, I am taking the example of 3 or 5 only. For the case 3 or 5, the formula will be multiples of 3 plus multiples of 5, and I will subtract multiples of LCM of 3 and 5. Okay, these are the very minute things you need to remember. In the case of AND, you will take only the LCM table, but in the case of OR, you will take all these multiples 3, 5 and their LCM. But the LCM will be subtracted because it is counted twice. Okay. So these were the special cases on which the probability questions can be asked. I hope you understand today's topic. Keep practicing. Thank you.